I think one of my favorite examples of thinking of wisdom and compassion, caring and understanding in sync, is the story of Genshin, who is one of our 7 masters. If you have the scroll showing the Shichikoso, there's 2 in India, 3 in China, 2 in Japan. Genshin is one of the 2 in Japan. Genshin and then Honen, Genku. So, but Genshin lived about 1,000 years ago and said, in a nutshell, he was this child genius. He was this incredible young man who memorized the sutras and impressed everyone with his knowledge. Remarkable, remarkable young man, able to truly interpret and understand the Dharma. Very, very prolific in his writing and in his understanding. And it's said that the emperor asked Genshin, said, told him, I have to build you a temple. You are remarkable. You are incredible. I'm going to make you the head of a temple and build this for you. And Genshin said, no, I'd just like a school. I'd like to just teach, share the Dharma. And the emperor said, done. And Genshin he built Genshin a school, the eastern mountains of Kyoto. And it said that during the late autumn, when he was teaching a class, maybe he was talking about, compassion. He looked out the window and he saw these deer, does, fawns, deer, coming down the mountain to feed on the few remaining green leaves on the bottom of the hill. And when Genshin saw this, he immediately, picked up a stick and jumped outside and began to beat them and shout at them, get out of here, get out, what are you doing? Chasing them up the hill, screaming and shouting, throwing the stick at them, picking up rocks and throwing at them, hitting them as hard as he could if he could hit them. And then he comes back to the classroom and he goes, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, compassion. Let me tell you about compassion. And the students, of course, said, what a hypocrite. Wow, I mean, gee, this guy talks about compassion, but is he compassionate? Not. And as the days passed, fewer and fewer students came. And finally, with few students there, one of the students asked him, Sensei, do you realize no one's coming? And he said, wow, maybe flu? But the students explained, no, a few days ago, the deer were feeding outside. You talk of compassion, but what did you do? You beat them, you scream at them, you chase them up the hill, you throw rocks at them. What kind of compassion is that? If you were compassionate, you would feed those deer. At the very least, you would let them feed. You wouldn't chase them away like that if you were compassionate. And Genshin said, no, I love those deer. I love those deer. And because I care for them, I have to teach them. Because in a few short weeks, winter will come to the mountains, and the hunters will come also. And if we feed the deer, or even let them feed near us, when they see the hunters, they will think, oh, there are human beings, there are friends. Let's go to them and maybe we'll get food. But I have to teach them, when you see human beings, run for your life. Run for your life so you can live. Get it? Who has compassion? There you have wisdom and compassion, caring and true understanding in sync. But too easily we tend to judge. I know what compassion is, and that's not it. No, you never can really tell. Can't really tell. Genshin's, what he did that day, I think, really shows understanding and caring in sync. That we need both. We need both in order to think, speak, and act appropriately.